born in Harlem in 1930, and of course, I don't know how to compare it with any place else. I never grew up anyplace else, but it was a nice place. I had a lot of friends. I had there was a lot of music around. I had music in my home. There was a lot of, but there was also music. There were a lot of after-hour clubs and speakeasies, and so it was a place where, even though I was too young to go into places like the Cotton Club and Elks Rendezvous, I sort of imbibed all of this black culture which was around me. So I think it was a beautiful place to grow up, especially for a person that wanted to be a musician like myself, you know. I used to make a lot of jokes and play around when I was a kid. They used to call me Jester. That was one of my nicknames. I guess I was pretty good guy. I was when I was about 13 or 14, I was although the guys around me were a little older, they selected me to be the president of of our little club on the block we lived on. And years later, that struck me. I said, well, gee, why did they select me? You know, I'm not trying to be, gee, what a great guy I am, but probably that might have had something to do with the fact that I eventually ended up being a band leader, you know. And so anyway, but I was a guy, I liked sports. I played a lot of all sort of city sports as a youth on the streets of New York, stickball, box ball, all of these things, marbles that we played in New York City. So I guess you could say that I was sort of a athletic person, you know. I liked school, but I had one teacher in school when I was in elementary school. Her name was Mrs. Love. And she was the most wonderful woman. I'll never forget her because she skipped me into a higher grade, but I was doing the work, but she inspired me to do good schoolwork. And I'll never forget Mrs. Love, Miss Love, I don't know if it's Mrs., you know. But she was the first teacher that really inspired me to excel. And so I guess I began to like school a little better. And then, of course, I had a few other teachers, and you know, a few. But Mrs. Love was sort of the one that I always remember. So because of her, I guess I would have to say that I like school, you know.